Greetings everyone, hey how you doing, it's Sella again. Today I'm doing a spoiler review for the latest DuckTales episode, The Golden Spear, Season 2, Episode 11. Technically not the latest, I'm doing a little bit of a catch up on some episodes that I have missed. This is a spoiler review. I'm gonna try to be as vague as possible about the ending of this episode. So for those who haven't seen the Golden Spear episode, don't care about spoilers or what have you, again, I'm going to be vague, but for those who have seen it, I'm going to give my thoughts, and you could probably connect the dots that way. So let's not waste any more time. What is the basic summary of this episode? Well, on the moon, Della fixes the Spear of Selene with the help of the Moonlanders, and promises to bring them to Earth once she gets the rocket running. Penumbra, or Penny as she likes to call her, wants her people to stay, decides to activate the launch sequence, forcing Della to take off alone. Or at the very least, have her leave as quickly as possible, because she does not trust this duck. Meanwhile, Donald is trying to relax a little bit and take a nap. However, adventure keeps calling him in and making him freak out and, get stressed and molt. And so that is generally the summary of this episode. So what did I think? Well, I thought it was a really fun episode. It was very much that classic Saturday morning cartoon kind of episode where we have two different plots intertangling. We finally see progress for Della Duck finally getting home, or at least trying to get home. And we see a bit of her relationship with these Moonlanders, especially Penumbra, as there's a bit of a rivalry and Penumbra just does not trust Della Duck at all, whereas all the other Moonlanders seem to be infatuated with her culture on Earth. And so we have a lot of the characters kind of closing off from each other, at least Penumbra to Della Duck, but opening up as Della says that, "Oh man, Penumbra, you're such a cool friend. I respect you. I understand what you're trying to do. And I can relate. As a mother, I'm trying to get home to my kids so I can protect them and be a family again." And so there's a lot of that mingling morale going around. Now, as for where the characters, the Moonlanders themselves lead, it is a bit predictable on what is expected. I wasn't surprised when certain twists came up or certain notions, but none of it was too egregious or apparent. It felt natural. You knew that this was going to kind of happen, but interested of how it's going to affect everything in the grand scheme of things, and I think that's what really worked. And the stuff on Earth where Donald Duck trying to get his nap, stressing out when all the weird supernatural stuff started to happen, was a really cute little distraction. But ultimately, it did tie into the end of the episode, which I suppose is really my only big nitpick. We kind of get a continuation / closure on what's going to happen with Della Duck, but in a weird sequence of events, it opens up further conflict for something. But the way the episode ended, it felt very abrupt. Like there was no bang or anything like that saying like, okay, here's the end of this chapter. Let's go on to the next chapter and find out what happened. I don't know if it's technically because the episode faded to black at the end or something. I don't know. Just something about the way it ended. I feel like it could have been stronger while still ending on that note. Like it kind of felt like it was cut short rather than an emotional or conclusive resolve. But that's just me personally. I'm excited to see what happens next, and I should be caught up at this point. Next episode being Season 2, Episode 12. Looking forward to it. And that's my general thoughts on the episode. I thought it was a really good episode. I'm curious to see what happens next. And we definitely have that overarching conflict or storyline that we're gonna get that I was kind of criticizing before after Magica arc ended. So I'm really intrigued to see what comes next, as I've said probably a million times already. Okay, let's wrap up here. That will do it for my review. If you enjoy reviews just like this, I do other podcasts, animations, art, all kinds of things like that. Consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/Matt Sella. There you can get the latest work, updates, and all that good stuff. And be sure to subscribe to this channel. Consider donating as low as $1 a month, or even more. Any amount will be greatly appreciated and allow me to keep creating content just for you. Be sure to subscribe, ring that bell, like this video, comment in the section below. Let me know what were your thoughts on the DuckTales episode. Like it, didn't like it, share your thoughts, join the conversation. Alright folks, that'll do it for me. Until next time, thank you all for tuning in.